Access is denied. We truly regret any inconvenience. Unfortunately, ever since the Great Disaster, the portal system and certain doors have not been functioning properly. On the day of the Great Disaster, a series of spectacular explosions rocked Funkeys Town, destroying the main portal station and shattering the crystal gems. Because the portals were open at the time, the explosions spread to many of the stations. Also lost in the explosion was Dr. Tinker, whose remains were never found. He is believed to have been working on the main portal station when the explosion occurred. All Funkies regret the loss of our chief engineer. Ever since the Great Disaster, not all of the portals have operated properly. A great deal of magic was released when the crystal gems shattered. Magic that is unpredictable at best. Recovery has been slow. There is barely enough power to keep any of the portals operating. It was during this period of chaos that Master Lox mysteriously appeared and began stealing from the population through his henchmen. Using his vile powers, Master Lox locked the remaining functioning portals, as well as certain doors, restricting where a Funky can travel in Terrapenia. Welcome to one of the newly established chat houses. These buildings are not your normal game rooms, but rather special, safe places to meet and talk with your friends away from the prying ears of Master Lox. The Chat Funkies are a special breed of Funkies. While most Funkies are all about playing games, the Chat Funkies are all about communication. Chat Funkies love to spend their time hanging out and socializing with their friends. Not only have the Chat Funkies built the chat houses in order to provide a space to socialize, but they are also quite the inventors. Chat Funkies are constantly working on new and ingenious devices that will help Funkies communicate with each other. I highly recommend going inside and browsing their stores to see what technological wonders they have cooked up lately. Oh, there you are. While you were off exploring the far reaches of Terrapenia, a lot has been happening back here in Funkeys Town. Our talented Funkeys technicians have managed to bring more of the damaged portals back online. But these portals are unlike any of the others that have been previously reactivated. These portals lead to the dream states. As you know, the great Dr. Tinker created the portals in order to allow transportation throughout Terrapenia. Although the portals were widely considered the greatest all-time feat of funky engineering, Tinker himself was not fully satisfied. If the portals could allow the Funkies to travel everywhere that existed, why couldn't they allow for travel to places that didn't exist? To achieve this lofty goal, Dr. Tinker built the Dream Machine. This dream machine, he hoped, would make it possible to open a portal leading to all the wondrous and pleasant dreams of the Funkies. When his invention was completed and the dream machine was finally activated, it was a success, and a portal was opened to Daydream Oasis. But as will all things in the universe, where you have good, you must have evil. For there to be light, you must have darkness. To have dreams, you must have nightmares. When the Dream Machine opened a portal to Daydream Oasis, it simultaneously opened a portal to Nightmare Rift, the manifestation of all of the dark and dreadful nightmares of the Funkies. With the portals reopened, we have already begun to hear rumors of strange occurrences within the dream states. I want you to explore these new zones and report back to me if you see any sign of Master Lox or his lackey minions. Because of the mysterious nature of these zones, we have found a guide to help you. Truthfully, he's a little strange, and rumor has it that he actually came from the Dreamlands, as he only appeared after the portals were reopened. He calls himself...
I've been called many things, but you should call me Marshall, if you know what's good for you.
Well, now that the pleasantries are out of the way, you really should be going. Who knows what evil may have taken root in the dream states while the portals were broken. Good luck, funky friend. I have the feeling you may need it. What a spectacular feat! After much hard work and cooperation, our funky technicians have managed to bring another portal online. To celebrate the repair of the portal to Funkiki Island, you are invited to attend the grand reopening ceremony. What a great day for all Funkies! Look out! Something is coming through the portal! Gross! Whoops! That was a bit, unexpected. Ah, I've seen this before. It seems that Funkiki cooties that live on Funkiki Island have come flooding through the newly opened portal into Funky's Town. The lengthy isolation of Funkiki Island caused by the Great Disaster must have led to a bit of an overpopulation problem with the island's cooties. But don't worry, cooties are actually very friendly little critters and will cause us no harm. But they can be a bit bothersome. Covering you with filth, scum, and disgust is a cootie's way of showing affection. It looks like they really like you a lot. They may be harmless, but over time, the cootie's constant decorating will cause you to get filthier and filthier. In order to stay clean, I suggest visiting the numerous cleaning stations throughout Terrapenia. You could try dipping your feet in the Funky's Town fish fountain, visiting the Funky's Town dentist, or even travel to Magma Gorge to enjoy a cleansing steam bath. Just remember, Funkies are environmentally friendly, so you can only use any one cleaning activity every few hours. Oh my! That must be the largest parade of nectar and mall I've ever seen. Truth be told, it's the only one I've ever seen. What do you think is going on? They are marching hard, and they don't look happy. This is a very odd occurrence, an odd occurrence indeed. Some say that the nectar came home last night and found them all with their paws in the honey jar. I would guess that they are traveling to the hidden realm to work out their differences at the Great Oni Dojo. Such an eventful day! First, the portal to Paradox Green is finally restored. And now this! It's enough to make a Scratch's head spin. What is Paradox Green, you ask? Paradox Green is a wondrous place full of mystery. Perfect for an adventurer like yourself. And if that is not enough to excite you, Paradox Green is also the birthplace of the greatest funky engineer to ever live, the legendary Dr. Tinker. I am so relieved that the portal is finally open again. This could mean great things for the Funkies. Strange happenings are afoot in Funk.
We apologize for interrupting your normal game-playing activities, but we at U.Funk have breaking news regarding the completion of the long-awaited Royalton Racing Complex. At the complex with the story is U.Funk's chief correspondent, Gabby.
Thanks, Spiel. It's true. After years of anxious waiting, the residents of Funkeys Town will be delighted to know that construction is finally complete and the Royalton Racing Complex is open for business.
Sounds exciting. Can you tell our listeners a little more about the complex and what visitors can expect?
Sure, Spiel. The premier racing destination throughout Terrapinia, the Royalton Racing Complex has everything for both drivers.
Welcome to Daydream Oasis. Don't let the dreamy name fool you, though. Mess up in here and you might wind up taking a permanent nap. So listen up and I'll give you the lowdown on these here parts. Even the finest sailors in Funkeys Town would have trouble navigating the blinding waves of the fractal sea. Of course, the tank are no ordinary swabbies, and have docked their Funk Marine at the edge of its shimmering shores. Following the rainbows and the cumulus keys will lead you to the home of the lucky. You wouldn't guess it to look at 'em, but the lucky are the toughest funkies you will ever run across. The dire have set up their digs in the fungi forest. While they call themselves heavy thinkers, most funkies just call 'em plain old lazy. I call 'em the funkiest of the funkies, but that's only because they never wash. The Burger Cheesesmiths craft their legendary banana split cheddar in the Great Dairy Divide. I reckon its cream dreamy sweetness is the finest you'll ever taste. Too bad the burger themselves are all lactose intolerant. Oh yeah, one final warning. Make sure to watch your step around here. Never can tell what may or may not pop up. Let's get moving.
Welcome to Funkeys Town. I'm Mayor Say-So, here to make sure your visit to Funkeys Town is a great one.